Before we went to the break, we were talking about how China's trying to recover from the severe flooding. Let's go back to Thomas Gehl. We had some technical gremlins at work. Thomas, we apologize for that. For those of you who don't know, he's a former environmental advisor to President Clinton. I'd asked you about the weather situation in China because we know in August we tend to see a lot of storms, typhoons, that sort of thing. It seems like things are intensifying as a result of climate change. What do you see with this month going forward? What are you expecting?
Well, I expect a lot of problems, quite honestly, because there have been so many problems with the climate change and the increase of precipitation in both the winter and the summer months. Of course, we've seen that in the north. We expect to see it more in the south. I'm in Dali right now in the southwest, and we've experienced more rain, but nothing really torrential like they've seen in other parts of the country. And that all goes with the jet stream and where the precipitation is being brought up out of the ocean, so it creates a lot of potential problems. As you say, typhoon season's coming and other complementary issues that will not make it fun for China, but they're always very good at emergency response, so I give them a lot of credit for that.
Let me ask you about this. China just launched a new climate monitoring satellite. Give us a sense of how that might be deployed and what kind of data it can provide. And also, if you would, Thomas, talk to us about crops because, you know, they have a tendency to get battered in this kind of weather. I mean, is there a food security issue at bay in this sense?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the satellite is one of many that China has launched starting in 1988 was the first of this series of satellites. So now they have 4 geosynchronized satellites, which is more than any other country, to collect the different environmental data. The new one is also going to collect data on ozone, which will be very helpful for, you know, looking at the greenhouse gas and how we're destroying the the different layers that protect us from the sun's solar radiation. So, and I think that this all obviously comes down with the increased precipitation and other problems to decimate a lot of crops in a lot of different areas. Obviously, when you put them underwater, you're not going to be able to have a very good harvest.
Now, Thomas, we don't want to leave everybody depressed tonight. There is some good news out there. It's believed that gasoline demand in China could peak next year because of the popularity of electric vehicles. We are seeing, you know, this approach trying to go more green. Talk to us a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, China really is the leader in electric vehicles and battery technology, which is going to substantially help change the future. China was predicted to peak in 2025, but now it's anticipated that they may peak this year. So that would be a wonderful advancement on it. It's not only the electric vehicles, but it's also hydrogen-powered vehicles. So you get a variety of things China's being very progressive on. They've got one of the best hydrogen development technologies in the world right now.
And can you look ahead at what we might expect in terms of a role for China at UNGA next month? We know that Secretary General Gutierrez has talked a lot about climate. COP28 is also coming up. Climate Secretary John Kerry was just in Beijing recently. It's hopeful that these 2 largest emitters can kind of have a unified approach to drive positive change. Give me your sense of what you expect there.
Well, I've been disappointed at the last couple international meetings, and of course there were a lot of things that colored that. So I believe relations are doing much better right now. I think we've got the opportunity to make some substantial progress, and I think that China and the United States should and can unify on these issues and really take the main leadership roles and help other countries to be able to achieve it, as well as doing whatever they can within their respective countries.
Thomas Gehl, thanks for rolling with the technical difficulties. Great to talk to you. Thanks again for your time.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.